So today we're doing something different on Loggers Point here in the Hunter Classic. I'm actually here at the Southern Lodge. I decided to go after mule deer today, but just not any normal mule deer hunt. I'm actually dressed and armed like a guest hunter. And the idea behind it was I was feeling nostalgic the other day while mule deer hunting on Timbergold, and I was like, you know what? It's been so long since I've played this game as a guest, or anywhere near a guest. And so what better time to start off 2023 than, to play as a guest on one of my favorite games that I used to play all the time. And yeah, we're primarily going to go after mule deer today. Hopefully we can get something like in the upper 200s, hopefully, but I'll be happy with anything like 180 plus. And we aren't using anything overpowered or anything, no scent eliminators or nothing. I'm just using the standard, like I said, 243 bolt action with the starting scope and then the normal binos. I'm wearing all guest clothing as well, minus the signature blaze orange bandana I'm wearing, but that's not going to give me any kind of edge on the deer. So we're about 400 meters from the starting lodge, and I got a grunt from a mule deer buck here. He's probably 200 meters away from me, and I'm just kind of waiting on him to come into the call so I can see what kind of buck he is. But while we're waiting, there's actually a whitetail buck even further back. And pretty much where my red dot is on the hunter's mate is where that mule deer is. I'm just going to give him another bleat call here. That whitetail deer is probably going to respond to it, or also get lured in by it. We should be seeing that mule deer here very soon. I don't really want to do a lot of moving around considering I don't have any camouflage on currently. I kind of just want to hang out here, and I think that might be the whitetail. Yeah, see, that's the whitetail back behind him. Yeah, I think we're just going to head uphill here just a little ways and kind of get to high ground. Because we may have to eventually go down there and see if we can find his tracks or not. Because I don't know where he's at. My hunter mate said he was right there on that red dot. And I got pretty accurate readings for the mule deer. So I was sitting here waiting for this mule deer buck to show up. And it doesn't appear that this mule deer buck is actually going to come over the hill, unfortunately. But I was kind of moving up the hill here a little bit, and I turned around and I noticed behind me, there's actually a group of mule deer bucks behind me. And it looks like there is a really nice mule deer buck here. That is a very nice mule deer buck, 150 to 200. So I believe we actually have the band of brothers here. But I only see 3 of them currently, so that kind of makes things kind of complicated, especially if these bucks continue to come to the call, which there's the whitetail buck right there. I'm going to go ahead and just mark this area down here, I guess, still, because according to my hunter mate, that mule deer is still down there in that area. But if I fire at one of these mule deer, they're all going to scatter. And so I don't... Is he looking at me? No, he's not looking at me. Okay. Okay, so we definitely have the 5 brothers here, or the 4 brothers at least. But I don't think... Maybe there's just 4. I think there's just 4. I'm just really concerned about these bucks behind me, though. Because I never got to actually see this mule deer that was back over here. So we're going to have to track him after we take this better looking one, which is about to come over this hillside. Yeah, there he is right there. We're going to go ahead and get ready to take him with the 243, I think. And that should be a good shot. That should put him down pretty fast, and he's already down right there. Nice. Now, unfortunately, like I said, whatever buck that was sitting right there is actually going to run. So we're going to go ahead and go over here real quick and pick this guy because I'm very much concerned about that other buck that called when I was walking up the road but never showed up. And it looks like we did indeed get single lung. And a pretty good buck to start off. And it looks like they are actually up there on the hill. Looks like they have stopped. We're going to go ahead and pick up the buck here. Pretty nice rack. He's not very, I would say, big, but he's about average. Probably like 180s. 192. Okay, even better. That's a really good buck. We're going to go ahead and take a trophy shot real fast. And then we are actually going to go at least try to find this guy's track here. So I was following this guy's track here, and I actually think I might have found him. He's out here in front of me about maybe 100 meters. And he's not a very big buck. I think his estimate was like 130 to 180. But I'm going to actually call him out from those trees. And it looks like we actually do have another mule deer buck up there on the hill. I just got a glimpse of him barely. I think he walked off to the left. Oh, nope, there he is right there. And it looks like he's at a full trot, so highly doubt he'll come to the call. But I'm just going to kind of get my way up on this rock here and see if this mule deer buck will come in and give us a shot. See, this is what brings back so many memories of this game. Like in my early childhood playing this game as a guest, like just hearing a buck call and not knowing exactly how big he is, and then just kind of just trying to find a rock to get up on, because sometimes it's hard to see in this tall grass. He's not a giant, but we're going to actually just go ahead and take him right now at 243. It looks like we dropped him on the spot there. And these other bucks in the distance should take off running. But yeah, I think we did pretty good for this hunt, I would say. We only went about 1,500 meters from the lodge here. And we got that 192 buck right there, almost right on the road. So, pretty good. Almost beat my personal best as a guest. But let's go ahead and pick up our buck here. He weighed 113 kg. That's actually on the heavier side for mule deer. If he had a big rack, he would have scored pretty decently. But 151.5 is pretty good. 70 GMs is really nice too. Let's go ahead and finish picking him up. And I believe that's going to be the last mule deer of this hunt. I just want to kind of get that nostalgic feeling of playing as a guest again. I wasn't really expecting to go into this finding almost a 200 scoring mule deer like I originally, did as a guest. But yeah, gave me really good memories of it. And hope you enjoyed this video I made. And I'll see you in the next one.